When someone says the word physics, when you think about physics, who comes to mind the fastest? Who do we think of first? We think of the great minds of Einstein, Newton, and Galileo. And yes, in the history of physics, these people were instrumental. They had brilliant theories and they had brilliant minds, which they put to use in changing our perceptions of physics permanently. But most of the time, someone is overshadowed by these three people, overlooked by the average person, and his name is Aristotle. Born in 384 BC, he was taught by Plato and went to study physics and later develop his own theories. Even as he is overlooked today, Aristotle, student of Plato and teacher of the one and only Alexander the Great, was the one who really started the fire. He provided us with ideas that we look back on in the future, and really, he was starting the study of physics as we know it today. But we didn't prove any of his theories right. In fact, all of his theories about physics were completely wrong. How? Let's look at two of them and see.
Aristotle believed that any object would always fall faster than an object lighter than it. At first, we can assume this is true if we dropped a piece of paper and a book side by side. The book, in this case, will always fall faster. However, if we were to take a piece of paper and place it onto the book and then drop both items at the same time, we can see that both objects reach the ground at the same time. This happens because of air resistance, something that Aristotle failed to account for in his own experiments. We can see a good example of air resistance here, with one crumpled piece of paper and one non-crumpled piece of paper. When both are dropped, the one with less air resistance, being the crumpled piece of paper, reaches the ground faster than their flatter counterpart.
With one theory disproved, let's move on to the next.
In my experiment, I had two glasses, one just filled with water and one with nothing in it, and I picked two AAA batteries to see which one would fall faster. In the video, you can obviously see that they fall at the same time. There was no difference.
So does this mean that we blindly accept his theory? No. Let's look to the moon.
At the same time. How about that?
Since the moon has no atmosphere and therefore has nearly zero density, it should have infinite speed because velocity is inversely proportionate to density. So there should be a huge increase, but that is not true in this experiment.
Even though Aristotle was wrong, Galileo disproved him. Newton built off of Galileo. Einstein built off Newton. These people all trace their theories back to Aristotle's, and that is why he's the most important student of physics of all time.